Welcome to the Teresa Harding podcast, where you will learn from one of the top leaders in the network marketing industry. Teresa Harding has grown her team to over millions of people. She's grown online and she's grown offline, and now she's ready to show you the secrets. So get ready to change the way you think. She truly cares about the success of her team and the people that she teaches. So get ready to learn the tips, tricks, and secrets that will allow you to grow a successful business in the 21st century.
I'm Teresa Harding, and this is the Teresa Harding Podcast. This podcast is for people who know that this industry is not about the network marketer anymore. It's about the people we serve and the change we can make in other people's lives. It's about the entrepreneur inside of each of us who's trying to find our voice. It's for the people who want to change the world and are looking for the most powerful way to make that happen. Hey, you guys, welcome back to the Teresa Harding Podcast. Excited to have you here with me today. I'm going to do something kind of exciting for the next several episodes because I'm getting a lot of questions about offers and how to make them so compelling that people want to buy your stuff. How do you make yours way more compelling than someone else's? If you're in a brick and mortar business, how do you create an offer that doesn't cost you too much money? If you're in network marketing, how do you create an offer that stands out from everyone else in your company so that you guys aren't doing exactly the same thing because everybody's selling the exact same thing? So then how do you make yours stand out? The reality is, if you're e-commerce, you're basically doing the same thing. Most of you have a product that somebody else has exactly what you sell, or at least the consumer thinks it's exactly the same thing. And you've got to figure out a way to differentiate yours so that they're excited to get yours over someone else's. And that's what we're going to talk about. So we've talked about the hook, the story, the offer. We're going to focus on the offer for a while because you will not believe what a difference it makes if you really learn to understand how that works and how to make your offer so powerful that people can't say no. They look at your offer and they go, okay, I have to get this. So first of all, let's talk about what exactly is an offer. An offer is the difference. That's what you do that makes yours different than a product. And we talked about that in a previous episode. So let me just recap that before we move on. Most people offer a product. If you're a chiropractor, you offer, like the fixing of the back, like you'd offer a certain technique that you do. You might offer the product. Your product is a back adjustment or a massage or something with a certain machine that you have. That's your product. If you are network marketing, you might have a health product. You might have a financial product. If you are a veterinarian, you have a product that you are trying to get someone to buy. Okay. Well, what the offer does is it takes the product and makes it something way bigger than just the product. It might include things that have to do with customer service. It might include things that have to do with making sure they know how to use the product. It might include things that have to do with guiding them through the process so that they don't forget to use the product in a timely manner, things that notify them, whatever it is. They are pieces that you add to your product that make it so powerful. It makes it easier for them to use the product. It gives them the extra pieces that now that they were confused about and now they know what to do. Whatever it is that your customer needs to be successful and get the results they're looking for with your product, that's what you add to the offer. Okay, so an offer is all those pieces. Now, most people think, if I create an offer, now all of a sudden it's going to cost me more money, so I can't afford it because I'm breaking even, or I'm getting exactly what I need to make my business profitable. So let me tell you what's going to happen. I am going to teach you in the next several episodes different pieces of the offer, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can make your offer extremely powerful. So the first thing I want to share with you today is probably a quote that you've heard me say before, but it's a quote by Dan Kennedy. Let me tell you a little bit about Dan Kennedy. He is a multimillionaire entrepreneur. In fact, he's a serial multimillionaire entrepreneur. He is highly paid, one of the highest paid and sought after marketing strategists. He is phenomenal in this industry. He's an advisor, and he's worked with countless first-generation multimillionaires and seven-figure income entrepreneurs. He has a personal practice. He is truly one of the highest paid direct response copywriters in America. And people who have worked with him or who have learned from him, even from his free trainings online, the people who have learned from him, they often attribute a lot of their success to their willingness to adapt to what he is teaching. So if you don't know who Dan Kennedy is, check out Dan S. Kennedy. I want you to look him up. I want you to start listening to his stuff. He is phenomenal. But let me tell you this is a quote that is from him. There is no strategic advantage to being the second cheapest. If you are not the cheapest, there's no strategic advantage to being the second cheapest. Why is that? Because if you're the cheapest, then everybody who's looking for your product, they find the cheapest one and then they'll buy it. But if you can't be the cheapest, which by the way, you don't want to be the cheapest, because if you're fighting to try to be the cheapest price, guess what happens? What you're doing is you're losing more and more money. You're lowering and lowering and lowering your price till pretty soon you're barely making a profit, or you might be breaking even. You're not really creating wealth. You're just creating a job for yourself. So what does it mean if you can't be the cheapest? If you can't be the cheapest, then you need to look at being the most expensive. Now, many of you will balk at that and you'll think, okay, well, that doesn't make any sense. Nobody wants to buy the most expensive, but let me show you how this works. There are ways that you can add value to what your product is that makes people willing to pay more, or the value becomes so high that now they can pay either the same price as what everyone else is buying for the exact same product, but they will buy yours every single time over someone else because your offer is so good. So you need to add things to your offer that make it powerful. And some of you will already know how to do that. You know what to do with your offer. Whatever you think is going to be an awesome offer, I would recommend that you add 10% more value than you were already going to add. So in the next several episodes, I'm going to talk about the different pieces. So for those of you who are feeling like, okay, I kind of get what an offer is, but I don't really know what to do next, stay with me, come listen to the next episodes, and I'm going to show you how to do this step by step. Okay, I'll talk to you in the next episode.